Welcome to DroneTastic. This is Dan, your host, reminding you to like, subscribe, comment, and share if you like what you're seeing. I decided to change the venue a little bit today. You may have seen a video of my hovercraft earlier. It's very short, goes up and down the driveway. The skirt gets torn up when I do that, so we're going to put it out on that lake today. I'm not worried about it sinking because it's made almost entirely of foam. So the first thing I want to do for you is kind of give you a quick look, close-up kind of a deal rather than just running around. So let's get started. So this is it. This is the hovercraft. Let's take a peek here. Take a look at the underside first. I don't know if you can see in there, but there is a piece of styrofoam. It is a ring from a mail order cooler for Nutrisystem, which is another topic altogether. But typically they put those rings in there to put a piece of cardboard on top so they can put the dry ice in there and call it good. I've used a Turnabond tape over the holes on the skirt that should hold up quite a bit better than the aluminum duct tape or any of the other tapes that I've used to try and hold it together. To hold the skirt so it doesn't inflate too much, I've taped to this deflector plate that you'll see better from the top. This big round deflector plate here shoots all the air to the side, so that it has to come out through here from the side, so it'll inflate the bag as well. Now, I had to put a big old wing on the back because she was flipping over. I've created some ducts for my pusher prop here for thrust. Along the back here, I have some rudders that provide some left-right action, which is good for steering, obviously. And then under here, I've tried to create like a spoiler so that it keeps the front end down. It doesn't work very well, but ever since I've changed the front end from a curve to a square, it has stopped flipping over in motion. So now all I have is a Y cable for the battery that connects to two different speed controllers, and those hook up to the two motors on the hovercraft. So there's a 4-channel controller or a receiver in here. It's a Spectrum brand, and you might be able to see under there a little bit better. I'm going to do this so you can see a little better there. There's where the fan blows down, hits the deflector plate, and then fills the bag. Up here is the only spot I could find that was centered to hold the battery and keep it balanced, so there's not too much weight in the front. You can see over here I tried doing something special with the 2250 batteries, but that just puts too much weight on the front, and it tends to bog down and then wear out the skirt. Now, if any of you have any comments on how to do or how to create a much better skirt than what I've got, and I'm using a shower curtain right now, but there's got to be something more resilient that's going to hold up over time, so I can run up and down the street without causing myself any undue or unnecessary maintenance, that is. And of course, you can see I just taped the skirt to the top here. A little later I'll do a better tear down because I probably should replace the skirt altogether, but we're going to go from there. At this point, I'm going to pop a battery in there. Use a 5100 milliamp hour 3S battery. It's for drones, but you know, it works. Got the XT60 on the end, and this will start screaming at me when the battery gets to a voltage that's a little too low. And I'm going to set it to 3.8 volts so that I don't hit the low voltage cutoff on those speed controllers. And that should give me enough time to get it in before it completely dies. Got the skewer, of course, to hold it in place. And that's that. Now, a word on the controller. I've assigned steering to the rudder control. This is an air radio. I did not have a ground radio with 3 channels, so this would have to do. But this is for steering. This is my throttle. And this switch here, the 3-position flight control switch, or flap switch it might be, for depending on how you've got it set up. This dictates how fast that the fan for the blower is going to spin. So let's take this down to the water. As you can see, we got a nice sized lake, and we're going to give it a shot. All right, so this is a nice smooth surface of water here today. Like I said, it's made of styrofoam, so it should float without any power at all. is great for bringing it in if that fan takes a dump. But all right, there's the low. I might not need the high-speed hovercraft mode. I can try it. Let's bring it down. Let's try that again. She does not ride on the sand. It's too rough. Alright, just for the hell of it, because it seems like we're sucking water up in the back a little bit, I want to take a look at the inside. Now I wonder where the drag is coming from. Wish I'd brought some more tape with me. Okay, since we're running on water, I did a test run with this thing with the battery in the center, and it doesn't seem to be leveled like it's supposed to be. It tends to tilt towards the back end and take on water underneath the skirt. So I've got to do something with a way where I can pull that back hole in on the skirt down. This is a work in progress. Obviously, it's just for my own edification. So, all right, I'm going to pop this new battery in here. I've changed the switch settings differently from the way I would have them for running on the concrete, where this thing does about 30 miles an hour, and I'm really just going to run that big fan as fast as it'll go. Let's try that again. Nothing was centered. Okay, there we go. Now I have throttle. Okay, that should do it. Let's close this bad boy up. All right, let's see what we shall do. We're in 70%, and that's okay. Now I'm going to kick it up to 100. Well, it does seem to be moving pretty well now. Not bad for a little homebrew deal out of a shower curtain, some hot glue, some Dollar Tree foam board, a couple of receivers, well, a 4-channel receiver, 2 20-amp speed controls. Yeah, she's cooking now. Not bad. Yeah, let's kick her out.